How you doing, Max?
Good. How are you
Good.
doing?
I'm all right. Uh, you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hey, I'm Max Bechtold. That's my name.
Yeah, that's
Anything else?
Max.
Like,
Hey, where do
what
you go to
do
school,
do?
Max?
Oh, I go to San Jose State. I'm a
Yeah.
graduate student there. Yeah.
Go
Uh,
Spartans.
yeah, go Sparty. Sparty, not the Michigan State Sparty, but the other
No,
Sparty.
no, the other Sparty.
The other Sparty. Oh, Michigan State's the other Sparty.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
true. Michigan State didn't go 7-0 last year. I mean,
That's right.
Did they even play 7 games?
Michigan State probably not.
Put it on the poll at OT base. Real Sparty. 7-0 San Jose State, not 7-0 Michigan State.
Anybody not hear Zach very well?
Yeah,
That would be me.
yeah, Zach, your internet's going in and out a little bit there, but
Is it any
Well-
better now?
we'll power
It's-
through.
For some reason, I can't hear you very well.
I can hear him pretty fine. Just turn your volume up.
Yeah, turn your volume up or something. I
No,
don't know.
my volume's up so I can hear him. Anyway, Max and I have known each other since I think our junior years of high school. Between our junior and senior year, we went to camp together. Freshman and sophomore year roommates. So, yeah, he's one of the smartest, most talented people that I know.
That's me. Smart.
Max is very smart. What are you talking about? He's the glue guy.
He is the glue guy.
Silicon Valley for a reason.
Yeah.
The mic is still low. I don't get it.
I hear him. I hear him fine. It's
Here's
fine.
my thing. This is how smart I am about computers. I don't know where my other laptop went. I threw it somewhere else because I got too much salt in it and now it's broken.
What? Were you cooking like and looking at a recipe?
Well, it was just messy. Like, let's just leave it at that. There's a lot of salt in there.
Did you bring it to the
It's
beach?
like the Pacific Ocean right now.
Okay, you took it to the beach. He took it to the beach.
That's probably a bad idea.
It's
Put it on the poll.
yeah,
Is it a bad idea to take your laptop to the beach?
No, but I think we start off. I have a great Jesse story that I've been wanting to tell for a couple of days now.
Which one?
The one that we talked about earlier.
Okay. We have two.
I was driving to work. I think it was yesterday, and I was talking to Jesse on the phone, and he's at Goodwill, and he's like, I don't know, where do I drop this shit off? He goes, where do I drop this shit off? To me. He goes, and I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you ask one of the Goodwill workers? He rolls down his window. He says, excuse me, where do I drop this shit off?
I don't see the problem there. That's what I was trying to do.
So Jesse just, I don't know. Did it come off as rude from you, or did the guy think it was funny, or like was he confused?
He just
What
was
happened?
confused that I said it.
But did he think you were rude? Did it come off as rude, do you think?
I don't think that's what I think he was just trying to figure out if that's actually what I said. Or I think he was trying to think, did he say stuff or shit?
I mean, they sound just like each other.
Yeah, starts with the same letter.
Yeah. They both have a T in it.
Yeah, but I think they're like kind of in opposite places is the problem there.
I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Jesse has zero benefit of the doubt here.
I know.
What's wrong? I don't understand what's wrong with this. I was looking to drop some shit off, and I asked him where I dropped the shit off. I don't
I think
understand.
it's reasonable.
So how does the story end?
What, Zach?
How does the story end?
The story ends. The guy told him where to drop the shit off.
That sounds reasonable, I guess.
But Jesse said shit in public to a stranger, and I thought that was weird.
Well,
Yeah, I kind of am with you. I only swear around people I know well.
Jeremy, you told me to ask him
Where
the
to
question
drop?
I posed
Yes.
to you.
I
And so I did that.
I may
I
have
don't
prompted.
understand.
I may have prompted this. I may have. That could have happened.
Just like I don't understand why a good carton of Space Jam milk isn't something that you want from McDonald's.
What was the other Jesse story that you were referring to, Jesse?
Wasn't it the milk?
So I went to McDonald's for breakfast on Sunday. Great breakfast
choice.
place.
Always good choice.
I got a McMuffin. It was good. And I also said, hey, do you guys have milk? Because I assumed that they did. And
course.
they had milk. And so
As you
I
should.
got a little thing of 1% milk with Lola Bunny on it. Space Jam themed. I was excited.
Jesse, were you convinced as a kid and the fact that milk had made you have nice, strong bones? Is that why you are such a milk person?
I still believe it.
I still believe it. Come on. What are you talking about? Body by Milk. Sponsor us.
Now, a lot of people talk about like cookies and milk. You know what a really underrated pairing is? Italian food with milk. Like get a like bowl of spaghetti and meatballs and have a glass of milk. I guarantee you will never have pasta the same way again.
Yes. Italian places should have a milk menu in addition to their wine menu, because I always eat it with pizza.
Yeah, that great
It
combo.
really washes down pizza well.
I think I'm with you on this. Get like some chicken parmesan and get some milk on the side. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've been doing this for years, Max. Now I really want Italian food.
What happened to wine? And also, can you guys hear me, or is it still thin?
Just bring your computer a little bit closer to your face.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. By the way,
Jeremy will just go through and raise your mic volume every time. Of course he's gonna do that.
No, but if you guys can't hear me, this is gonna be unfortunate.
I can hear you fine. It's because I have headphones on.
Okay.
But yes, Jesse, I got 2 polls for you. Will you ever have pasta the same again? Yes or no? And is milk good with Italian food? Yes or no?
Will you ever have pasta the same?
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the first 2 polls of the day. We're off to a roaring start so far.
This is actually the second. This is the second poll.
Second and third
Ever
poll of the
bring
day.
your laptop to the beach is the first one. You can find this at OT Basepath on Twitter, which Max doesn't follow.
No, I'm not gonna follow that one. You either gotta delete the Why So Serious account or
That's
Mallory's account. That's not our
oh,
account.
well then I'm gonna keep following that.
You could still follow Mallory. Why can't you follow our new account?
I gotta watch my following limit.
Okay, so this will be
unfollow like Dan Gilbert.
This will.
He blocked me like 7 years ago.
This was a thing that actually happened when Max and I first met.
Actually, longer ago than 7 years now. That's crazy. It was like 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah.
Max and I were at camp, and Max tweeted at Dan Gilbert to block him.
No, I got blocked by Dan Gilbert earlier was the thing.
Oh.
I got blocked by him a couple years earlier.
Okay.
And I told people at camp that. So then it was every single person at this camp's goal to get blocked by Dan Gilbert. Like, and I mean, some like kind of prominent journalists are now blocked by Dan Gilbert.
All the Kroenke kids that
one in particular
that now work for the Athletic and stuff.
Jesse, aren't you blocked by Jalen Rose?
No, that's Max.
That's Max too.
That's also Max. I'm not blocked by anybody famous.
That was back in the day. Dude, all you had to do was tweet 81 at Jalen Rose and you'd get an automatic block.
Zach, you blocked by anybody prominent?
No, I'm not like a big like live in people's replies type of guy. I'm just like not. I don't know. I'm not. I definitely block a few people, but I'm not blocked by anyone prominent.
Yeah, I blocked somebody.
I'm not anymore, but like 8 years ago, me is like a very different person.
I'm surprised well, I don't know. Like I'm not. If anyone were to block me, it'd be like the Yankees or the Canadians or somebody, and neither have. So, I despise both of those franchises.
As you should.
Knows very well.
Oh my gosh! Shams tweeted Kendrick Nunn 2-year $10 million to the Lakers. Wow!
That's a big deal for Kendrick Nunn. All right, that segues us right into free agency. That might be the biggest deal in the 2 days of free agency. Kendrick Nunn.
So bad that you have to edit that just absolute squeal that Jesse just let out. That is tough producing. That's what you get paid the big bucks for right there.
I don't know. I don't know if you could consider my salary the big bucks over here. I'm the one who's paying for this to be put on the air. So.
All right, let's start with Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn.
10 million.
I think that's the first domino to fall. That's what I'm saying. Kendrick Nunn, first domino to fall. I don't know, like all the other things were fine and dandy. Kendrick Nunn, I think, is going to set a big spiral because he's set the kind of
The market. He set the market.
Yes, he set the market for point guard in his third season, undrafted.
Who's like 26 already.
Can I add another Shams tweet? Nunn's deal has a player option in year 2.
Wow.
More money with the Knicks and other teams to join the Lakers.
As he should. Okay, so
Zach wanted to talk about this actually, and not even Kendrick Nunn will sign with the Knicks, but their fans just think that they're going. That all these free agents are coming to the Knicks. They never come to the Knicks. Chris Paul didn't come to the Knicks. That was the guy that they thought was going to come. You know, and I'll give the Miami Heat some credit. Like, yes, they are the Knicks with titles, but like they did get Kyle Lowry. They didn't get Giannis. They didn't get Kawhi yet. But you know, they did get Kyle Lowry, who's kind of a big deal.
Well, we could get Kawhi in 2 years. That's why he's saying yet.
Okay.
You could get him.
Okay. By the way, you guys might know this. I was genuinely surprised by this when I was looking at like, you know, point guards and stuff like that. I didn't know Kyle Lowry was older than Mike Conley.
Yep.
He's like old, like Kyle Lowry. And I guess like we just haven't really seen athletes like peak as late as he did, I guess, usually. But it's like, gosh, like I can remember Mike Conley in like college. Like I was like a little kid. And like Kyle Lowry, I was in like high school when he broke out. Like just weird.
Yeah, but before we get to Zach's Knicks take, I just wanted to say that this offseason is going to go down as like the worst contract offseason of all time. All these guys are like 33 and 34 and 35, and they're getting these big deals. Chris Paul's 36. Like, they're good thing with that the Suns did was they didn't give Chris Paul like the full like 4 years just guaranteed. Like, they only have to really keep him around for 2 years. So, excuse me, that was rude. But yeah, it's gonna go down.
Stop talking.
Milk and
He's on mute now. Go ahead, Zach. You may do your worst to the Knicks.
No, it's Jesse made the point. Jesse started the point, and just to continue it. I mean, was I upset the Celtics did not bring back Evan Fournier? Does it make the Hayward trade look terrible? Absolutely. But there are 78 million reasons why you don't bring him back. And the Knicks just gave all of them. And it's just unbelievable that these teams continue to spend. Jesse just hit the nail on the head. These contracts are so stupid, and I think we're going to look back on this offseason. It's just like, it's the equivalent of like people who just want to spend a ton of money because they haven't spent money in a year and a half. And that's exactly what the NBA teams are doing right now. It's one thing when the Heat do it in like a sign and trade, but the Knicks are just literally throwing $120 million at Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier.
You make a really good point, because that is so like real world kind of comparison to what's going on right now. Like, people haven't spent money in a year and a half. People want to go out and spend money. And I think, you know, NBA teams are probably, you know, right there with the rest of the world. Let's go towards Dennis Schroeder now. Is he the next domino to fall now that Kendrick Nunn? Dennis, are you okay, Jesse?
almost fell back. I'm not saying in a normal chair.
He's recording this in.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Where are you sitting right now?
So it's not really a closet. It's so I'm at the Union Tempe apartment complex in Tempe, staying with a friend. Still, I will move into my place in Surprise in about 3 days.
Surprise!
Thanks, Jeremy. You do realize how many jokes I've gotten from my mom about moving to Surprise? Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a drive to work, but I'll be all right.
When's Becky from Becky and the Boom Booms coming on? Yeah, there you go.
Wow, that was queued up so well.
I got merch. You guys want merch? I can get you merch.
Does she sponsor the show?
She should. I should ask
her.
her.
We can't shout her out anymore until she sponsors the show.
$30 a show.
That's she can do live spots too. We could get her to do.
Yeah, she only makes like $100 a show, so like that would be like 30. That'd be like 30% of her show income. it's kind of just a passion of hers that she does for a little money on the side. Like,
this is us doing production on the air, like always. We'll talk off air about sponsorships. Becky, if you know.
We should
Let us
also
know.
probably work on the follower count on Twitter first. Maybe get our own co-host to follow the account.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, but is Dennis Schroeder the big piece that the Knicks are looking for?
Sure. I'm sure all their fans are disappointed that they didn't get Chris Paul and Kawhi and all those players and DeMar DeRozan. So now they're just going to hone in on how Dennis Schroeder is definitely coming to the Knicks.
Xander Schauffele.
Who cares about him? The real golf starts tonight.
Wow. Real golf
Xander
start.
Schauffele, I love Xander Schauffele. He's great. He earned it. He played amazing. He was also playing against
How did he didn't earn anything? He beat Rory Sabatini.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is
I haven't heard that guy's name since 2010.
You're fair. I mean, I'm very happy for him that he won, but this was worse than your average PGA Tour field. I mean, calling this like the greatest golf event in the world, it's like I think there's only 3 top 10 players in the world in this field, and all of them were Americans.
It was the Corn Ferry Tour.
It was a joke. Like, it was just a complete joke. They were showing people that I was like, who is this? Like, and great, that's cool. They had an amazing experience. I mean, Mito Pereira, I started getting behind him. I have no idea who he is. They're like, oh, he's been playing really well in the PGA Tour. And I looked and he has like 2 top 10 finishes in the last like 5 years. I'm like, all right, whatever. But
also, like, was it a cool experience? They went to Tokyo and quarantined and then left.
They're talking it up, though. I mean, both Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas were really talking it up. So I guess it was still.
They want people to come next time. Zach, what were you trying to say there?
We're forgetting Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama also competed.
He did. But like, he was probably the 4th best player in the field, and he's ranked like 18th in the world. It's like, I don't really care that much. Like, now tonight starts real competition where I think like 19 of the top 20 players in the world are playing tonight. Starts tonight. It's from 5:30 Central Time to like 2 a.m. every single night for the next 4 nights. And it's the best players in the world, and it's going to be an amazing competition. Literally almost any country can win. It's going to be so much fun. If you really watch one Olympic event, I think that this one is like the most up in the air out of any of them.
Who are your favorites?
So I think MB Park is going to win. She's a 7-time major champion. She's basically the Tiger Woods of women's golf at this point, where she's just unstoppable a lot of times. She's best putter probably to ever play golf at any level. And she's just unbelievable. She's a machine. She won the gold medal in 2016. Nelly Korda's definitely the top American contender. Probably the best all-around player in the world. She hits it a lot farther. She hits it a lot better than MB Park. The putter is just really, really streaky. And then I really like Matilda Castren. She's really come on recently. Like, if you're looking for a dark horse, like, bet to put some money on, like, Matilda Castren has won twice in the last month.
And Zach, you hear that? Zach, put it all on Matilda.
Matilda, I'm telling you, Matilda Castren, I expect to play very, very well.
By the way, Matilda, for some reason, makes me think of the book and the movie.
She's got a lot of references to that.
She does, okay.
Yeah, she does. Like, even during broadcast, she does.
That's iconic, by the way. But I was thinking of putting money on Matilda, which would actually be like a really good thing to do, because the Matilda from those books are like really, from that book, is like really, really smart and talented and like a genius. So it would be probably a good idea. She could probably pick up golf pretty easily too.
Yeah, she's definitely my dark horse.
Zach?
No, I was just going to say we need to tweet out a poorly photoshopped Matilda from the OT Base Path account if she wins.
Yes, I agree.
Also, a little off subject, but on subject at the same time. Zach has taken up golf recently. I was the one to take him on his, we went on a par 3 course.
My maiden voyage.
Yeah, so we went on a par 3 course, and I got him to play a little bit. and now he has not stopped playing. Like he's been playing all summer. He got a season pass at Bill Roberts in Helena.
Shout out, Billy Rob.
What was it, like 90 degrees every day right now up there?
And we've been on a streak today. Yesterday broke the streak of 5 consecutive weeks where the high temperature has been over 90 degrees in Helena, Montana. Which, by the way, does not happen. We are not Phoenix, which I know all three of you can relate to.
Yeah,
we are
I
not
Phoenix. The other week. Like, give me a break. I made a birdie too.
No, and you were talking about putting for Park, right? And she's the favorite. Zach's putting is nowhere near close to Park's. I'll tell you that.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
Yeah, well, Zach's putting and my putting is probably the worst you've ever seen.
Well, Zach is playing on Bill Roberts' course in Helena, Montana, and Inbee Park is on the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, which is worse because they have difficult, lines and stuff on the LPGA Tour. We got easy lines at Bill Roberts, right, Zach?
Not the other day. It is like wildfire central. The courses, they haven't been able to water here at the Muni course in Helena, so it is like it literally looks like the Dust Bowl. It is brutal out there.
Again, I don't get the complaining. Come play golf in Arizona. There's like 5 courses that aren't just dead in the summer. Like
dirt brown. All of
you go to some of the nicest courses. Like I went to the Arizona Biltmore, which is where
okay, first of all, nicest courses? That's one of the worst courses in Arizona. It's a total scam, that course is.
What I'm saying.
Boom, roasted.
What I'm saying is it seems like it's supposed to be a nice course, right? Like
it's supposed to be. I agree with that.
Alice Cooper is a member of the Arizona Biltmore
He doesn't.
Club.
He's a member in name only. He plays at because my family's members at Phoenix Country Club. That's where he plays. I see him out there all the time.
Phoenix Country Club is one of like the 5 courses that are nice in the summer. I pass it and I'm like, whoa, it's green there. But yeah, Arizona Biltmore. Nice layout. I enjoyed the course, but it was dead.
Yeah.
Jesse, put it on the poll. Is Alice Cooper a Mino? A member in name only. A Mino. Is Alice Cooper a member in name only?
Make sure to
not a rhino, but a Mino.
Make sure to at them too.
Alice Cooper?
I don't think Alice Cooper has a Twitter, but
yes, he does.
Yeah, he's got it. He's a really nice guy, by the way, too. If you're ever wondering if Alice Cooper's really nice, he is.
Can you stop name dropping, please, for like 2 seconds, Max?
He's like, oh, hey, your ball's over here. And I was like, cool, thanks.
Max hangs out with Alice Cooper, confirmed. By the way, he has a radio show in town as well on the Classic Rock Station every night during the week. It's my favorite time to listen to the Classic Rock Station because I'm cutting costs, so I'm back to just listening to the actual radio because I don't pay for any music service right now. So I'm like all in on the 100.7 Classic Rock Station in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm like, oh, Alice Cooper's telling some story about 1976. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's why my subscription's really going to break the bank, huh?
What'd you say? Yes, actually, honestly, right now, the $9 a month or whatever for Apple Music's going to kill me.
I said Spotify, but that's how to tell Jesse wasn't listening.
It's hard to hear Super Bowl week.
Pfizer, Delta variant, lacrosse tournament,
lacrosse mitzvah. Zach. Football.
Come on, Max. Come on, Max.
Not gonna participate because it gives concussions.
Shut up! It's your favorite sport, other than golf.
There's literally a football field behind over your right shoulder.
There's a football field right there.
There it is.
Two near concussions today. The Carolina Panthers defensive back who almost decapitated his teammate, and then Daniel Jones in the middle of a pile at Giants.
Can I read the thread?
Yeah, read the thread, Jesse.
Please read the thread.
So this is from Ralph Vacchiano. I got it.
Power through it.
He's on He's on S
Sounds
and
like-
Y.
Here's the thing. He sounds like a guy that likes a good glass of milk with some spaghetti.
But, hey, at him and ask him if he likes milk with spaghetti, please.
Okay, let me read this.
After you read the thread. Yeah, okay.
A full team brawl at Giants camp with QB Daniel Jones somehow at the bottom of the pile. Joe Judge is absolutely livid. He's got the players lined up now to run, which doesn't really happen that much in the NFL. Hard to see exactly what happened. Running back Corey Clement took a big hit at the
Go
at
Badgers.
the end of a run on Wisconsin. Tight end Evan Ingram retaliated, and then he got popped by Logan Ryan. Then everybody, and I mean everybody, jumped in. After doing 100-yard runs and not hard enough for Joe Judge's liking, players are now lined up on the goal line doing push-ups. There is dead silence except for Joe Judge's whistle and his expletives. So many expletives. Giants players are running goal line to goal line again, and now back to push-ups. Joe Judge is doing his best Herb Brooks imitation now. GIF of Herb Brooks. Not Herb Brooks, but like the actor that played him.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, Kurt Russell, good actor. Now Joe Judge, is he married to Goldie Hawn?
He is.
Move.
That's right.
Continue.
Now Joe Judge gathered his players around him and sent his coaches away. He wants them all to himself. And now practice is mercifully over. Wow, I've never seen Joe Judge that angry. Actually, I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone that angry.
That might be the best thing that's ever happened to the Giants franchise because it now makes a lot of fans out of Joe Judge.
So here's my thing here. Between this and the Kelvin Benjamin situation, I kind of want to see Hard Knocks Giants next year. Like,
What happened to
Joe
Kelvin?
Judge,
What?
Kelvin
What do you mean?
he got cut on the first day because he was too fat.
He was
Again?
he was stealing food from the facility and bringing it home.
No, but they said the real issue was they told him to come in at 250, and he was at 265 like over the spring or whatever, and they said come into camp at 250 and then we'll work with you. He gained weight. They told him to lose 15 pounds and he gained weight.
Well, he was supposed to be a tight end.
He was
Yeah,
also stealing food from the facility.
like I kind of want to see Hard Knocks Giants next year, but they got
I
to bring
really
Kelvin
do,
Benjamin
because
back for like
I'm
one
not
more
interested
chance.
I'm not interested in Hard Knocks Cowboys all that much. It's
Imagine
just
Donovan this year. Who cares?
yeah, it's just going to be Jerry Jones promoting the vaccine, which I didn't think would happen. But that's been his big
Prescott
thing.
not promoting the vaccine, which I didn't think would happen.
Who?
Dak Prescott not promoting the vaccine, which I didn't think would happen.
Like, how can you get a more boring team than the Cowboys? Like Mike McCarthy is their freaking head.
That's right.
They got to show him going to like Krispy Kreme or something. That'll spice things up.
I mean, it's like they're the most boring team I can imagine.
Zeke's going to be a bit interesting, but that's about it.
Yeah, Jesse
Let me tell
was.
you-
Go ahead.
Let me tell you who will be very interesting, and that is rookie linebacker Micah Parsons, who is certified. He is an interesting character. This is I have to remember this is going to air publicly, so for public consumption, we'll just say interesting character.
Yeah.
He found himself in some interesting situations while a member of said alma mater. So he will be interesting. He will not be boring, I promise. If they actually show him, which I hope they do.
Very close friends with Zach Kaplan. Zach obviously.
We have met twice in person. He does not know who I am. He knows
certain family members. He knows certain family members of yours.
Yes. He knows them. He knows. He may know them personally. He does not know me personally.
Okay.
He would know me through them. He knows I exist. How about that?
Maybe he does. That's right.
No,
Another
he
name.
knows I exist.
Another name drop portion of the podcast. Didn't think
Mike
that would
Clark.
happen twice in the show, but here we are.
Jeff
Um,
Curry got a big contract. He was my camp counselor as a kid.
Well,
I
there we
played
go.
golf with Daryl Bevel.
Keep 'em
last-
rolling.
Daryl Bevel.
Yeah, I played golf with Daryl Bevel.
No, you didn't.
Really good. Yeah, I did.
Jeremy and Max, did you have a famous while we're name dropping? Did you guys have a famous camp counselor at the camp you met at between junior and senior year of high school?
No, not between junior. No, not there. But I did have Bucky Dent as my camp counselor.
Oh, Jesus, I did not. I was hoping you would not say that.
You guys had Ron Wolfley, right?
He spoke.
That's a name.
Oh baby!
We actually did have a counselor who's like doing pretty big things right now.
Yeah, Maddie.
Maddie, yeah, she's doing pretty big things right now.
Yeah, she's with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Or she's covering the Giants, I should say.
Yeah, she works with Sports Illustrated, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Shout out Maddie.
Shout out Matt Barry. That's who I thought you were referring to.
I interviewed a
Yeah, we just go around like, what up, Maddie? You know, dap him up.
I interviewed a Dolphins player. I interviewed a couple Dolphins players the other day. Is that a name drop or?
No,
if you don't drop,
don't really count.
I mean,
I work with Al McCoy.
Who did I ask a question the other
Who
day?
is that?
Who is Al McCoy?
Who is that?
Don't ask anybody from Arizona that. They take it very personally.
He's the play-by-play guy for the Suns.
He's been their
He's no
play-by-play
player.
broadcaster since 1972.
Dolphins championship season.
He's gotta hang it up.
No, he's still doing good.
Even Mike Gorman hasn't. done it
Jesse's contractually obligated to say that.
I don't have a contract. I'm a part-time board op.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Part-time producer here.
I don't want to get you in trouble here.
But I'm trying to think of who I interviewed the other day at Dolphins, and it's just like not ringing a bell at all.
Yeah, they weren't that important then.
Oh,
Jeremy,
Byron Jones. Byron Jones.
Sound.
I'm sure you tried to ask Jakeem Grant if you could interview him, and then the request slipped through his hands.
That was a good one. I would give you the Hakeem Nicks laugh in this situation. Yeah, just like that. No,
The Jakeem Nicks laugh.
It's no. Yeah, start walking. He's going to Tempe Town Lake. Anything happen at your guys' favorite training camps this week that we should touch on? Start with you, Max.
Quarterback hurt his thumb, apparently. I don't know. The Matthew Stafford, I guess, hit his thumb on somebody's helmet, which is exactly how Goff missed like 3 playoff games last.
I was gonna say. I feel like that happens.
Apparently Stafford is just fine. They're like, oh yeah, for 2 days they're gonna hold him out as a precaution, and then he's good to go. So
I feel like that happens to a lot of quarterbacks too.
They're posting a lot of Jalen Ramsey highlights, so I guess he's playing well. I don't know.
Number 5.
Yeah, looks pretty awesome out there.
It's not your turn, Jesse. It's not your turn. Zach, anything interesting happen at your team's training camp, the Patriots?
There are 0 racial undertones whatsoever as to who should be the starting quarterback. Let me tell you right now, 0 racial implications at all in Boston for who the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots should be in the 2021 season. So that might surprise you all. And this is sarcasm for those who can't understand, who live on the internet and can't people on Twitter who don't understand sarcasm. I think it should be Cam. I'm Team Cam personally. I really want to see him have a bounce back year, but there are definitely people who very much feel the other way. They're definitely the Mac Jones puff pieces that are already being written.
You're not gonna get 2015 Cam though. You understand that, right?
Yeah, but you know what I want? I want Cam with an off season that he actually had time to learn the playbook and actually didn't have COVID. That's what I want. And if we get 5 games in and they're 1-3 or 1-4, then I'll understand. Switching it up. But he deserves a chance with an actual playbook and actual winnable games to figure it out.
Put it on the poll. Can you be 1-3, 5 games in without having a bye week?
I think they're.
Well, technically, yes. 1-3
and 1. Yes.
3-1. So actually,
yeah, but we're just talking 1-3 here. We're talking 1-3 here.
Jeremy, give me 1-3-1. That's the big story out of Foxborough.
Didn't N'Keal Harry request a trade and he just do it? He's just hanging out.
No, he pulled a George Costanza. He requested a trade and then walked in like he never requested a trade. So he pulled a Costanza. This is where our old friend Leo Goldman would just be cackling right now if he were on the show. big Seinfeld fan. Shout out Leo, Uncle Leo, and he knows that. So Costanza famously once walked into the Yankees office as if he didn't get fired the week before, and that is when Nikhil.
You don't need to if you have to explain the joke, it's not a good joke.
I'm just gonna...
Isn't that like one of the most iconic scenes of the show? No, he looks good. I've seen. He looks like he's getting some separation now, which he's never done in his NFL career. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Do you want to know about my team, Jeremy?
Yes, that's where I was going
So
next.
Washington football team. Obviously, we have a coach that has battled cancer in the past year. He luckily is in remission or cancer-free. I don't remember. But yeah, but he does have a weakened immune system, and he's been vaccinated. And he's very angry that some of his players aren't getting vaccinated. TJ Ward blamed cancer on him, which is really bad, and that guy should be cut. But with promotion from the coach, we are now up to 84% team vaccinated. So, woo! Hopefully we can get that into the 90s.
Is there any team other than the Colts still really, really struggling bad? Like, I think other teams have kind of taken care of it, haven't they?
I don't know, but speaking of the Colts, how about their quarterback and best offensive lineman both having the same foot injury? And Carson Wentz is...
Yeah, not just their best offensive lineman, probably the best offensive lineman in football.
Yeah, so that's
a huge loss.
Colts aren't going to be as good as everybody thought they might be. So I think that the Titans are going to win that division. Excuse me.
Yeah, and Jacoby Brissett is now here in Miami. Talked to him the other day. Really much taller than you'd think he is in person.
Isn't he like 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, he's tall. That dude's really tall.
Remember he has a cannon. He would come in to throw the Hail Marys when
it's just a Philip Rivers thing.
Philip Rivers was too old to throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But he do the QB sneaks too. They just have him like fall forward because he's so tall, and also because Philip Rivers probably couldn't even run 1 yard.
Shout out Philip Rivers though for having a solid year last year.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was a little bit better than Drew Brees, but a little bit worse than Ben Roethlisberger.
Also, shout out Philip Rivers for his activities in the bedroom.
I mean, it's crazy for how little he can run. He's got some stamina.
Yeah, he really does. He really does have some stamina.
Like Carson Wentz is literally injury prone wherever he goes, and I'm convinced he just gets his teammates hurt through his various afflictions.
That could be it. I would say put it on the poll, but I'm not gonna want to put that on the poll for some reason.
No, we don't root for injuries on this podcast, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Deshaun Watson, are we allowed to root for him to get hurt?
I was just about to say, unless Deshaun Watson's allowed to play this year, then we might change the team. But
that's been my that's the thing that I'm most angry about in sports these days. If we brought back our segment from the YSO series show, What Are We Doing? It would just be continuously that every week for me.
Deshaun Watson being at training camp
until he's put on the commissioner's exempt list. Like,
why are you putting on the exempt list?
I don't know.
Was not present today, and they didn't really go into details as to why. I don't even know who the Texans coach is.
He was on the sidelines getting his ankle checked out.
So not actually like being held accountable. Got it.
Hopefully he isn't allowed in the massage therapy room.
Yeah, I would hope not. I would hope he's not allowed in a team facility, but here we are.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of forgot.
That's what you said last week. Max, you have a video that you wanted to shout out.
Oh, are we actually gonna do the video?
Yeah, of course.
We can cut it out for the podcast version of it.
I mean, leave it in.
Yeah, this is my new Zapruder tape. I mean, like, I want to study this. I want to like have it in slowed down motion, like zooming in. Sylvester is my favorite part here. If you keep your eyes on Sylvester, he is not dedicating to his job at all. Like, the people playing Lola and Bugs, they are going all in. I mean, they are performing the heck out of it. And you can't really see Tweety Bird over there that much. But Sylvester he does not care about the job.
Also,
I mean,
the song the song that they're performing to, for the listening audience that's not going to be able to hear the song, it is "Hips Don't Lie" by Shakira and Wyclef Jean.
But it is a Hips Don't Lie version that substitutes in bunny terms because it's Bugs and Lola Bunny dancing.
Yeah, there's like some grinding here. There's some being and being.
There is legitimate grinding in this video. Like it is unbelievable. Like, and like at one point, like Bugs like shakes his butt to the audience, like very like suggestively.
Oh,
Like, I think here it is.
Oh no!
Like I want to know how this is at a theme park, an amusement park for children. I want to know everything about this. I need it back.
He's like pointing to her, like, wow.
Yeah, and look at Sylvester. He's kind of coming up on the side there. Yeah, he's.
And Sylvester is like, just not caring at all.
No.
This used to be a family show.
It did.
This is a PG-13 rating of whatever that is.
I love that video. I watched it like 50 times last night. It was like one of those things that once you start, you just can't stop. You just gotta go back and watch it again.
Well, now I have. Now you gave me post-production editing to do. So thanks, Max. I appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome.
Here's my take on this. So the reason it sucks and is that terrible and hilarious at the same time is because it's at Six Flags. Max kind of brought this up in our group chat during show prep. Six Flags is where you go to ride roller coasters. There's not much else at Six Flags. They're pretty generic roller coasters, but they're always fun.
They're just a generic roller coaster that they spray paint green and say Green Lantern roller coaster, or it's like Green Lantern Core of Death or something like that. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, but it's fun. They always get a decent time out of the rides there. But you don't go to the shows and you're not there for the food. Like if you're gonna go to shows, you go to a Disney World or a Universal or a Disneyland, or Busch Gardens has some good ones.
It's same thing with the food, because like the food at Six Flags is like Johnny Rockets and like Papa John's. Like that, I don't know. I haven't been to Six Flags in like 6 years, but like last time I went to Six Flags, that's like what they had was Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I was like, the roller coasters here are really fun. There's not much else.
Yeah.
Zach,
Flags Disneyland, solid. Agawam, Mass. Jeremy was supposed to head up there this weekend.
Yeah, now I'm going to New York instead.
Jeremy's going to a Yankees game, Zach.
I know.
Zach and I regularly hate watch the Yankees together.
Jeremy, shut up. You like the Yankees. They're like your second favorite team.
No, the Mariners are.
He's not Leo. What are you talking about?
No, I like the Red Sox more than I like the Yankees.
That's good, because I do too.
Mm-hmm.
As most Americans should.
Yeah.
Because Xander Bogaerts.
I mean, I hate watching the Yankees is one of America's favorite baseball things to do, I think.
It's just so funny that like the Yankees fans the other day were so happy to be a game back of the Mariners.
The Yankees fans were really happy last week because they got Westbrook.
Not nearly as excited as they were when Alabama football, Bryce Young got a big NIL deal. And not nearly as excited as the Cowboys being on Hard Knocks.
I was just about to say that.
They can't wait to. Well, I think HBO is actually timing it perfectly so that the Yankee games will end and then Hard Knocks begins on Sundays. So literally.
Max, your baseball team's been struggling.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Who's your baseball?
And you guys decided that the way to win was like
John Lester. Yeah, our rotation is just an old person's home. Like, I believe our youngest starter currently, since Flaherty is still injured right now, I believe our youngest starter in our rotation is 33. So that's fun. And I think you have 3 people over 36. So, yeah. That's how you dig yourself out of third place in a division where 2 teams are trying to lose.
It feels impossible. You know,
well, the Red Hot Orioles.
They need Dewey LaRussa back in St. Louis. That's what they need.
No, they don't. He can't come back because his number's retired, so he wouldn't have anything to wear.
Honestly, though,
It works like that.
honestly, this is an under talked about story, and I'm gonna just go out here on a limb and say this: Tony La Russa, doing a good job.
He forced one of his best players to almost retire.
Yeah, but
And he
he's
sent
doing a
them
good
down
job.
to AAA.
They're doing a good job.
Other than to win. I mean, what's the job of a coach other than to win?
And he trots out there, to argue to the ref. The umpire. It was very funny.
He had a point. I don't know why everybody's like, "Oh, I feel bad for the Cleveland team." Like that.
White Sox.
Look,
That's a fine.
look up the. But no, I said the Cleveland team.
He's
He yelled
talking
at
about
the-
Terry Francona and
Oh,
No, he yelled at the Cleveland team though. La Russa did.
the Guardians.
Yes.
Cleveland, yeah, the Guardians. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't care about the name, but like their pitcher that was on the mound during that whole incident, not really a great guy like to feel bad for. So like I'm all in on La Russa. Yeah, you go get them, La Russa, with your 76-year-old, run.
Wow. Wow.
You really told him.
Yeah.
You really told the haters.
Larissa shaking in his boots.
No,
I just
LaRussa is shaking in his boots for happiness because Max is
Yeah.
on his side.
Max is on his side.
I have his book.
I heard Cardinals fan Max is on his side.
I have his book somewhere.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
What? How to get into deep
Max, when I was
thoughts?
staying in the room upstairs at your condo, I figured out why your dad is successful. A lot of good books.
Got a lot of books.
A lot of inspirational books.
Yeah,
Like
he has
how
a
to
lot.
read.
Well-
And he has a PhD on the wall. That helps too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a
Lot of
lot of his books are from those classes and stuff. I think so.
My question for you, Max, is why is the PhD in Arizona, not in Wisconsin?
Because my dad would like to full time go out there, but also the thing is because he works from his office in Madison, so he wants the PhD hanging in the background when he's like zooming into the office here. So
Yeah. Heady play. Might be the headiest play.
Should I hang my diploma up over here?
Sure, Jeremy.
Put it on the pole.
You have one?
It's somewhere. I think it's at my grandma's house.
Why?
I sent it. It's a whole story. I sent it there instead of something. I don't know. Jesse, you want to update the polls?
Sure. I think we got one vote for every one of them, so it should be good.
All right, hold on. Let me go vote real quick. Hold on.
Also, Zach, what was that last poll you wanted me to do? Should Jeremy hang?
Should Jeremy hang his diploma? At OT base path. Should Jeremy hang his diploma?
Yeah, thank you.
You gotta plug the handle. We only have 5 followers.
Follow us on Twitter. We have 5 followers, not including our fourth co-host.
I'm gonna
Sure.
start to advertise our show a little bit more on
Thank you.
Facebook
Because
and
you never
stuff like
did
that.
with the Why So Serious show.
Yeah,
So,
we gotta get Stacy to just share some stuff on Facebook, and it'll get everybody on it.
good. Becky from Becky and the Boom Booms should shout it out at her shows. Except I think her audience is mostly on Facebook.
I think Stacey needs to make an appearance here at some point. Maybe like 50th episode.
Well, she does love advice. Last time we had her on our previous iteration of a podcast.
It's iteration, Jeremy.
Iteration.
What if we did Dr. Stacy? What if we did a Dr. Phil themed segment called Dr. Stacy, and she like helps?
She doesn't have her doctorate. That'd just be impersonating a doctor. It's
No,
illegal.
That's what Dr. Phil does.
That's illegal.
Isn't that what Dr. Phil does?
Are your kids smoking pot?
When was the last time Dr. Oz took the exam?
Are your kids smoking pot? Do you need to do an intervention? Come on the Dr. Phil show.
That was pretty good.
All right.
Played linebacker at Tulsa.
Pooch punt.
Pooch punt.
Squib kick.
Swift kick. Hail Mary. Go deep.
Jesse,
Hold
can
on.
you update the polls?
Sure.
You can
should
go back a
Jeremy-
couple days if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the most recent and go back. Should Jeremy hang up his diploma? Somebody voted yes. I voted no. Can you be 1-3 5 weeks in without a bye week? 67% yes. Okay. Interesting there. Does Ralph Vacchiano like a glass of milk with his pasta? 67% yes.
Yeah.
Is Alice Cooper mine?
Italian?
What's up?
Did we just pick him because he's Italian, or did he tweet something?
Yeah.
Because he tweeted out the Giants brawl with the thread and everything, so we were like, oh, it kind of
Is Alice Cooper a Mino? 100% yes. Does Italian food and milk go well together? 67% no. Will you ever eat pasta the same? 60 or 100% no. Is it
those
probably
contradict? Those contradict.
What's
Those contradict. Those polls do.
We may have had some people voting in bad faith.
Is it probably not a good idea to bring your laptop to the beach? 100% yes.
I don't even know why that went up.
Is that the way the English language works? This is from yesterday. 67% no. Would you enjoy a or this is from earlier today, sorry. Would you enjoy a Pac-20 matchup of Wazoo versus West Virginia? 62% no, because I would also hate that.
55-48 final.
Can I make a podcast prediction?
Yeah, what's up?
West Virginia is going to go to the ACC.
Nope, they're not. Here's why. Because the ACC cares too much about academics. Like Virginia and Duke and those schools are not going to let West Virginia in. Trust
It's
me.
the same thing with the Big Ten. The Big Ten has the same thing.
Because it would make a lot of sense if West Virginia was in either of those conferences. Is Jeremy a LeVar Ball apologist? 100% big baller. Max, glue guy, 100% yes.
Yep.
Does your dad really like the various check mark emojis? 60% no. I take massive offense to that. Does your dad do that?
I don't even know. Well, no.
Max doesn't text. Never mind. Forgot about
My
that.
dad does not text.
You don't even text your parents?
I do.
Do they send check mark emojis and stuff to you?
No.
My dad used to draw the check mark. You know what I'm talking about?
On the draw thing? On the
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's trying way too hard.
Is milk the nectar of the gods? 75% no. That's so false. Am I weird for ordering milk from a McDonald's drive-thru? 60% yes. And then the last poll I will give is every sport a game of inches? 100% yes.
I feel like that's been on many polls many times.
They were talking about if they were talking about swimming being a game of
Yes,
inches.
it's literally a game of
Literally a
milliseconds.
game of inches.
Milliseconds.
Milliseconds.
Swimming's
Everything's a
like
game
game
of
of
inches.
time. You can't really measure milliseconds in water, but
By the way, before we end, Rowdy Gaines, love that man.
he's awesome.
He does a great
So-
job.
Yeah, love that.
And again,
man.
we'll continue to shout out that woman who does diving, and we still don't,
diving.
yeah, we
That
still don't know her name, and we have to get on that, and we have to get her on the show. That will
Too
be
much of a
Learning
splat.
her name probably a good start.
yeah, that's going to be my job for the next week is learn her name and then try and get her on the show.
And posting clips this time, Jeremy.
I'll
Could
think
I,
about it.
can I make an Olympics point?
Yeah.
Yes.
15-second Olympics point. Max said the video he keeps watching is the Looney Tunes characters. The one I keep watching is the horse dancing on beat. That is the equestrian video, the horse dancing on beat.
I watched that with the Snoop. I watched that with the Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart audio in the background.
By far the best moment of the Olympics so far. If that were the Olympics, I would be
It's
watching.
close. It's close. All
Horse
right.
dancing on beat.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for our show today. Make sure to follow us at OT Basepath on Twitter. And until next time, this has been Jeremy Schnell with Jesse Morrison, Max Bechtel, and Zach Kaplan.